Entertainment Schmig.
And it's brought to you by Plaza Motors. #1 at the box office, Adam Sandler. Well, his voice at least. Hotel Transylvania 2 killed the competition. $47.5 million.
Saw it with the kids Friday. Cute movie. I mean, and for a 3- and 4-year-old to sit through it, it was great. There were more, the previews, I think, was actually longer than the film, but it was cute, and it's perfect for Halloween.
I still haven't seen the first Hotel Transylvania, so I feel like I can't see the second.
Oh, man. I'll wait till 3 comes out, then I'll miss them all.
The Intern, the Robert De Niro, Anne Hathaway movie, came in second with a little over $18 million. In honor of T. Swizzle's appearance here in St. Louis, not just tonight, but tomorrow night, along with Vance Joy, celebrities talking about their first concerts. This is always, I don't know, I find this fascinating.
I do, too. I mean, we used to do a concert differential. What was your first concert? Mm-hmm. And what was the last one you went to? And the comparative is kind of funny.
Yeah, well, it looks like Neil Patrick Harris and I might share the same. I can't remember if I went to see Paul Simon first or Billy Joel. Mm-hmm. But his first concert was Billy Joel when he was 13 or 14. Adam Levine went to see Warrant when he was 11. His dad took him in Santa Monica. 50 Cent and Nelly both said that their first show was LL Cool J. And I have a feeling Nelly's was here. He said it was Fresh Fest. Run DMC, LL Cool J back in 1987. And he said LL came out with this big radio. And it was the coolest thing he'd ever seen. He said he wanted to do it, but he hasn't done it yet. Maybe he'll come out with a big boombox, and all the kids will be like, "What's that?"
I think he came out of a radio that was on the set. I don't think he was carrying a radio.
What,
I think they had a
Cool J?
Yeah, I think they had a giant radio on the stage.
No, he came out with a big radio.
Did he? He was carrying one?
Yeah, because 50 Cent said the same thing, like that he came out of a big radio, I think, when 50 Cent saw him. But Nelly said he was carrying like a giant radio.
Wow.
Yeah. Sting, he went to see Jimi Hendrix when he was 14. He said it was life-changing because not only had he never seen someone play a left-handed guitar before, but he said he'd never seen a black man before.
Sting?
Yeah. He said it completely blew his mind. It blew his worldview away. And he said that is why he's a musician. It was in Newcastle, north of England, in his hometown, this little club. And Jimi Hendrix, he was like an alien from another planet. Maybe he was. He was just such an awesome guitar player. Who knew?
It's hard to believe.
Fergie saw Madonna's Like a Virgin tour when she was 10 years old with her mom.
Scarred her.
Kylie Minogue went to see Culture Club when she was 14. And speaking of Culture Club, Boy George saw David Bowie as Ziggy Stardust.
I think that would be a great first concert.
Yeah, really. I mean, you don't realize at the time, since it's going on, like what it's going to mean later on in music history, what a big deal that is. And Matthew Morrison from Glee, his first concert experience in high school. His high school sweetheart took him to see Celine Dion in concert.
That sounds typical for Matthew Morrison. And I'm glad Courtney's not here this morning because she'd have some kind of sassy comment about it all, right? Not a Matthew Morrison fan.
Brian Williams. Oh, I'm sure you're going to have fun with this one. He said, probably Philadelphia Freedom, Elton John, Madison Square Garden, 1976. I was in high school. I also saw Bruce Springsteen at the Stone Pony in 1975. Which one was it, Brian? You know, he's like, oh, great. Am I supposed... Trying to remember.
He was the seventh Beatle.
Kaley Cuoco from Big Bang Theory just got married on the show, but in real life, she and Ryan Sweeting separating after less than 2 years of marriage. Jennifer Lopez has had a few exes, and her first husband, Ohani Noah, he's been a little sketchy. Ever since they got divorced, she's been in and out of court trying to get him to, like, not talk about their life together.
I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some extortion there. Yeah. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think since then, her other dancer husband, he had to sign something like, you will not release a tell-all book. You will not say anything about this marriage. If you do, I think he faces like a pretty significant fine.
You will not drive with me in a Fiat through the hood.
That's why this is coming out, because of the Pope thing. You know, think about it. It's big news right now. There's a lot of Fiat money hanging around.
Yes.
I'm not going to think about it because that didn't make any sense at all.
Think about Hotel Transylvania, too, okay?
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
But Ohani Noah's business partner claims that there is a tape with Jennifer Lopez that's about to be released. I'm sure there's some extortion money there. Like, oh, we'll keep it under wraps.
If.
Yeah. Speaking
Who wants to see that?
Who wants to see it? Guys got a copy.
Yeah. Just call me if you'd want to see it.
And speaking of the Pope, Mark Wahlberg was at the Festival of Families in Philadelphia. So was Jim Gaffigan. Talks a lot about Catholicism and all of his kids. But 14-year-old opera singer Bobby Hill was on hand. And after he performed, he kind of went over and hugged Mark. They talked for a minute. And then Mark was up on stage with the Pope behind him.
That right there was truly the voice of an angel. But then he whispered in my ear that he loved the movie Ted.
Oh, the Pope's...
I told him that was not appropriate for a boy of his age. Holy Father, please forgive me. I've always hoped that the good Lord has a sense of humor when it comes and pertains to many of the movies that I've made.
Wonderful.
The Pope looked,
Yeah, right. The Pope is sitting there and is like, you don't mind if I do a little commercial enterprise here.
Right. And talk about a filthy movie right next to you at the Festival of Families. That's Entertainment Schmig. More at 8:40 and online at y98.com.